Okay, hopefully we are live. I am just refreshing my browser. And I need to take my sound off my computer. There we go. Let's find my live stream. Okay, right. Hi everyone. So I have it on my phone today because there's been quite a bit of lag recently, and for me it's reassuring to hear someone in my ear because A, it makes me feel like I'm not alone, as stupid as that sounds because it's me, and two, I can then hear when you're hearing things, so yeah. If you can hear the fan in the background, I apologise. It's really stuffy in this room. So if you can hear that and it's annoying, please do let me know and I will be sure to switch it off. I can only hear a slight hum back in my ears, so hopefully it shouldn't be too distracting. So I don't have my mod here today, my Miss Lynn, she's away today. So it's just little old me and whoever hopefully joins me. So yeah, we're going to be working in our 50 Diminutive Countryside Scenes, and we are doing part 2 of this. I've linked everything that I'm going to be using today in the description below. I've also pinned at the top of the chat the pencils I'm going to be using today because I've not seen anyone else on YouTube use these pencils, so I figured I'd kind of introduce them to ColourTube, if you like. So I am going to show you those goodies in a bit that I'm going to be using, but if you want to like get ahead of me showing them, then I have linked them in the description below. So I hope everyone has had a lovely weekend. I'm going to move those earpods up there. I'm in live chat, which is good. I'm actually live streaming during the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial, and Johnny Depp is back on the stands today and I really want to watch that, so I'm going to be catching up on that later. Hi Sam, welcome in, lovely. How are you? I'm not expecting too many people today, A, because it's Monday. I think my Monday live streams are usually quieter than my Friday ones, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll get right on in and show you what I'm going to be using today, and then as people come in, I guess I can show it again. So 50 Diminutive Countryside Scenes. I'm going to be using a Derwent burnisher. So this is the one I have. It comes in a 4-pack. You get 2 blenders, 2 burnishers, a eraser and a sharpener. I'm going to be using a jelly roll glaze, and the reason I've pulled this out is because I'm wanting to make the windows look shiny, and I was also thinking once I've done some blending on my water, I might make the water look clear as well. Hi Audrey, afternoon lovely, how are you? I may also add in a white jelly roll for like the reflection-y bits in the water. We'll see later as we go. And the pencils we're going to be using are these. These are the Artina colouring pencils. They're the Expertilo. You get 160. This is a big old chunky tin. And as I said, I've not seen anyone on ColourTube use these yet. So I may have to zoom the camera out slightly to get it all in frame. Bear with me. Okay. So here is the colour swatch sheet that you get, and this is on a good quality cardstock. Not that that matters, but it's a nice little added extra. So not only do you get all of the coloured pencils, you also get drawing pencils in here too, and they are the ones that come included. Oh no, Audrey, why are you frustrated? Oh, good luck with that. So here is our first tray. There are 4 trays of colours in here. They are all sharpened because I've swatched them when I first bought them. So that is our first tray. Most people decant their pencils into pencil cases, but I'm one of these people that is not prepared to spend £20 on a pencil case because I can get 4 books for that price, and these can just live in the tin that they come in. But I know for some people they find the tins and that annoying. So this is tray 3. Some gorgeous blues. I love the variety of blues in here. Hi Liz, welcome in lovely, how are you? And then this is our final tray. So here are the drawing pencils. And as you can see, I have been using these. They're all different lengths. I can't remember the last book I used them in actually, but they worked really nicely. So that is the pencils we're using. Go ahead and put those back in there again. And I'm going to put the green set on top because I intend on using the greens first. Hi B, hi lovely, how are you? Welcome in. I'm just showing everybody what I'm using today. So as mentioned, I have linked these below and pinned them above. So I'll bring this back down again, like so. Okay, and I'll go ahead and show you the swatch chart as well. Do excuse my voice being a bit funny. I'm having to use a manual chair because, yeah, my computer chair decided to completely break on me yesterday, so I have no desk chair anymore. Dabby dozy. So as I showed you, that's the one that it comes with, but I always swatch my own. I know, right, Audrey? They work really nicely too. They are a 3.8mm core. So I believe they're the same thickness of core as a Prismacolor. They're not as soft as a Prismacolor, but they're really nice. So here we have my swatches. So you can see the variety that we have. And then flip that over. Lots of choices for reds, pinks, violets. As you can see, and then we go into the blues. Like I said, a lovely variety of blues, and then we go into the blue greens, then into the greens. We have some skin tones here and some more at the top here, and they fade into the browns. And then the last sheet is here. So we have our greys, there's blue greys, warm greys, cool greys, red greys, you name it, it's there. And I haven't swatched the graphite pencils because they're just your generic lead. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Audrey. I like to be. I have my whole file of swatches. I can't work without swatch charts. So, has everyone had a lovely weekend? What have you all been doing? I watched Liverpool lose the Premiership yesterday. That was fun. So, I had a bit of a disappointed husband last night. Right, so I think I'm going to start with this greenery because there's quite a bit of it. And let's decide on our pencils. You'll have to excuse me if it takes me longer to decide because I'm not that familiar with these pencils. They're still quite new to me. I don't know whether lime green would show up. I like light sap green and apple green. So we'll start off there. So I'm going to go with this one and this one. Let's go ahead and pull those out. So there's light sap. Apple is R16. So these numbers also, these pencils I haven't shown you, they also have the name and number on, which is always good in colourists' eyes, I guess. I know I prefer it. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the lime green, but I don't think it will show over the top, so we'll experiment. Let's just put that flash back on again so you can see a bit better. Yeah, it's not really showing, but it's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and sharpen this darker colour. So who's seen my flip throughs that I've been putting on my channel? I uploaded 2 yesterday and 2 this morning. So kind of can see some new books that I've gotten this month, which is exciting. It's always nice to get new books. Not much, took it easy on Saturday after doing all the windows. On Friday did a wee bit of gardening. Rather you than me, Audrey. I can't garden. I need to move this into its usual position. There we go. So I'm just going to start at the side of the chimney here with the darkest shade, which is the light sap green number 8, and put a light base of this down. And I'm just going to go around the outside. No idea how these pencils work on this paper. We are experimenting together. And also where the flower is, I'm going to put some shading around there because that would cast a shadow. In what way, Sam? Let's bring you in so you can see what I'm doing. That would help, wouldn't it? So I'm not as anxious today, which is good. I did have a moment of, oh no, I can't do it. I can't live stream today. And considered cancelling, and then I just thought of all you lovely people and I was like, come on, get it together. Once you start streaming and get talking to your friends, you'll be fine. So I'm just laying some of this down wherever I feel there would be a shadow. No real rhyme or reason, I just do what I feel would look good. I am by no means an expert. Okay, thank you. Hope you are okay. I'm okay, thank you, yeah. Just tired. Have been moving my art supplies into a book into a new art space. That's so exciting, Bee. I love when I move my stuff around. Do you find it gives you more incentive to use it again? Like if I just rearrange my books, I'm then really excited to use them again. Watched your book flip through. Are you going to get a new chair? When funds allow, Audrey, yeah. I did go on the Facebook Marketplace as soon as it happened yesterday. And there was one on there for like £10. And I was like, is this available? Would you deliver? Mine is literally just broken. And the response I got was, it is sold at the moment. And I'm like, huh? It's either sold or it hasn't sold. So I put, is it sold subject to contract kind of thing? And she put, yeah, with an exclamation mark, like she was shouting at me. And I was like, geez, okay. So I'll probably end up getting a second-hand desk chair. They're about £50 new, and yeah. At the moment I have like a dining chair that I'm sitting on, which is perfectly comfortable and functional. I just can't sort of wheel back if I need to. This is apple green, by the way. This is our mid-tone. So I'm just going over that darker colour and bringing it more in. And for the highlight, because the lime green isn't going to do anything, it's kind of pointless me using it. It's the same colour as my alcohol base. So yeah, all I'm going to do is just leave my base colour of alcohol marker. So I'm back on my mid-tone. I'm just going to blend this out a little bit more so that the lines aren't as harsh. Just layering it up lightly. Which flip through did you watch, Audrey? I put 4 up, my lovely. I've been a busy bunny last night and this morning. Light Prisma, and I can't remember the other names. Do you get confused as in like wax and oil, or how do you get confused by them, Sam? Good morning, love for vlogs. Oh, you're in Canada. Wow. Hello. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much for joining. Gosh, what time is it in Canada? It must be really early. I am live every Friday and Monday at 2 p.m. So Fridays is usually doing whatever I feel like. It's called Freedom Friday. And then Mondays is usually the group buddy colour along. Yes, found stuff hidden away since the 1980s. Oh my goodness. What a treasure trove to find. So I'm going to go back in with the darkest and we'll come down at the side of the house here. I'm going to do some shadow under the roof here. But yeah, you can usually tell when I'm in a bit of a better mood because I'm chatting non-stop. I just don't shut up. If I'm quiet, you know I'm anxious. So I do quite like a dark line right around the outside, so against edges, and then I do like a circular motion as I come inwards with a lighter pressure. And I'm not trying to teach anybody, by the way, I'm literally just describing my process. I am by far a teacher. So what I don't finish on stream today, I will be finishing off camera in my own time. And that means during the week, this week, we will have a new poll up for our next buddy colour along. And I have no idea what that is going to be yet. Because I've bought so many nice books. That I have no idea what to pick. If you guys have any suggestions as to group buddy colours you'd kind of like to see, feel free to let me know and we can consider them. $7 AM. Oh, that's not too bad then. I was thinking it was going to be like 3 in the morning or something. I put plural, but autocorrect took it off. Ah, okay. What did you think, Audrey? I really like the Spooky Girl one. I'm so excited to get playing in that. Yes, it's Monday here as well. I would not know where to start with pencils. I have cheap pencils. I would say a good place to start would be to get something that's good but budget. So I always recommend Arteza. They're really good pencils, quite soft, have really good pigmentation and are quite budget friendly. If you buy directly from Arteza's website, you can get points and save those up for future purchases. If you message me on Instagram. I'll probably be able to find you a 15% off code from somewhere. I'm quite good at finding those. Other ones I would suggest are Brute Funer squares. Again, they're roughly £16 to £20. You like them all, Audrey? Yeah, I was going to use Brute Funer squares today, but I thought I would change it up and introduce something else. So these are, there's 160 for about £33, I think these are. I started off with the Faber-Castell Classics. They have quite good pigmentation, and I managed to get quite nice results with them without even knowing what I was doing. So that's another one I would recommend for a beginner. But yeah, it's just, I think what most of us do is just buy them all and then see which we like the best. As Audrey calls it, we all go down the rabbit hole. Yep, hee hee, lol, I know. You could poll questions on Instagram so we could pick on books. Yeah, what I do love for vlogs is I usually put a poll on my YouTube community page. And then once we've chosen the book, I then put another poll up with all the pictures that I've chosen from that book, and then you guys will vote on the picture as well. So that's how we came to this one. I love seeing what you guys pick, because I don't know, it's nice because it's completely out of my hands, which if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that I don't like making decisions anyway. So all of the pencils that I described just then, Sam, have names and numbers. I believe the Faber-Castell Classic. Let me grab my classics 1 second. It might take a while because I've got to try and get out this chair. Okay, so the Faber-Castell Classic don't have names, they only have numbers. But there is a swatch that I could give you, which I believe has the names on. Bear with me. Swatch book. Right. So yeah, if you're on Instagram, I could provide you the link to this swatch, which actually has names on too. So although the pencil doesn't have it on, you could look at the number 342, then reference this sheet, and it would tell you that the name of this particular pencil is, she says, trying to find it, 3, 4, did I look at that right? Yeah, 342. So this is Light Indigo. That's this one here. But yeah, my never-ending book of swatches. I know you can't see the whole of this because I'm zoomed in, but yeah. headbutted the light, don't mind me. Let's put those out of the way, or else I'm going to be picking them up by mistake. So I hope that's some help. But yeah, the Artisas, the Brut Funer Squares and the Faber-Castell Classics all have names and numbers. Again, with the Brut Funer Squares, the names are not on the pencils, I believe, or they're in the pencil in Japanese, Chinese, whatever language it is. But again, I could give you the swatch sheet with the names on. Yeah, no worries, Sam. No worries at all. I just like to try and sort of help as much as I can with information, because when I started out, you know, there was people on YouTube, obviously, there was tons of people on YouTube. But it's weird because no matter how much I sort of watched people use different things, it didn't really help me make a decision. So if I can like voice my opinion to try and help someone, then that's what I'd, you know, like to do. Let's go around these flowers. You don't, one thing I will say is you don't have to have the most expensive pencils to get the best results. In my opinion, that's completely taboo. I have polychromos, I have prismas, I have some luminants, and I still prefer my budgets over the what am I saying? I'm going to wait for it to catch up in my ear and then I'll remember. Okay, so I still prefer my budget pencils and pick my budget pencils more often than I pick up my polychromos and my prismas. That's what I was trying to say. You're welcome, Sam. Link for me too, please, Zoe. Yeah, no worries, Audrey. DM me on Instagram after the live stream just to remind me, because you know what my brain's like. And I will send you the link. Did you like my little Scottish accent on the end there? Well, I'll send you the PDF rather than the link. It's easier, you can just print it then. I'm not mocking anybody if I do accents. It's not mocking, honest. It's just I like doing accents. It's like Mini Rach. She can't make it to the live stream today, but I always mock her accent. It's funny. But I do it on purpose with her. She's from Newcastle, so I'm like, Watford. Brentford. She's not as harsh a Geordie as some, but it's still quite very obvious that she's from Newcastle. Good. Don't want to be offending anybody. It's never ever my intention to offend anyone. I am harmless. Unless provoked, and then I'm not. Then I have every intention. Us Capricorns are little firecrackers when we want to be. So now I'm back on my apple green, which is the mid-tone, and I'm just going to blend some of this out. This month is really getting away with me. I need to go on less vacations. Morning, Catherine. How are you, my lovely? Thank you so much for joining. It's like I have still so many pages to do. I managed to get 2 done yesterday, so that was something. I have 2 videos I still need to record and upload. I have no time limit on when I do them, but my brain is telling me, come on woman, get them done. And then before I know it, it's going to be the end of the month. So we've got completed pages, we've got haul video, we've got to be coloured video. These are actually working quite nicely on this paper. I'm quite pleased. I'm using kind of a medium pressure at the moment. Yup, I'm actually colouring at the same time. Go me! Trying to get May finished in the calendar Lily sent us. Oh, are you doing like kind of like what Danny Buttons does, where you do like prompts and things, or is it something completely different? I know quite a few people do like prompt lists. I do Coloropoly, which is what Chronic Colouring Down Under Sarah does every month. So if you tune into Sarah's channel, if you don't already watch her, she has a Monopoly board and she does rolls on it every month, and whatever space on the Monopoly board you land on is a prompt. And you can tell her like how many rolls you want as to how many prompts you want. It's really good. So that is what we have so far with those bushes. These ones that are down here will obviously have to be darker, but you see how this is quite flat and this has a bit more depth to it. I quite like that. Yes, Sam, I have, well, quite lucky enough to have most of the camellias. There's some I don't have, but I love the Kameliya Angelkova books. And yay, go Capricorns! Capricorns for the win. That's December and January babies that their birthdays just get like brushed under the carpet because it's too close to Christmas. And I remember from a previous live stream that Audrey's even closer to Christmas than I am. You're a December baby, right? Oh, it's an actual calendar. Oh, my bad. I'll check your Instagram after the live stream, Audrey. I'd just like to take this moment to thank all of my new subscribers for joining me, and welcome to the channel. I've been getting a few new subscribers and it's lovely to make new friends with you all. So thank you for joining. Yep, 2 days after Christmas, I thought so. I knew you was like right on the brink of Christmas. So true, festive season babies are shortchanged. We really are, B. We really are. I mean, mine's January 15th, so I'm exactly 2 weeks after New Year's Day. I should have been a New Year's Day baby. But I was lazy. I held on for another 2 weeks. But yeah, I literally, apart, if it wasn't for Disney Birthday Bash, I hate my birthdays every single year. I really don't enjoy them. But Disney Birthday Bash gives me something to look forward to. For anyone that doesn't know, myself and Kate from Kate's Colour in Haven host a annual colour along in January because it's both of our birthdays, and we both love Disney, so we do Disney birthday bash every year. I think we've done it for 2 or 3 years now. I tend not to colour much Disney throughout the year, if you've noticed, because I like to try and go ham in January on Disney pages and like save them all up for then. I'll do the odd sort of 1 or 2 here or there. Oh, are you New Year's Day bee? Or January 1st? January 1st because they'll have gotten drunk on New Year's Day. Or no, you will be New Year's Day because everyone will get drunk on New Year's Eve. Ignore my brain not functioning. Audrey, you need a Disney book. Do you not like Disney, Audrey? I know it's not everyone's taste, is it? Disney. It keeps me in my childhood a little bit. I think that's why I like it. I'm not like a fan of the princesses or anything like that. If you see me colouring Disney pages, it's usually the animals. So Lion King, Bambi, the horses from Disney. So you've got like Philippe, who's Belle's horse, Angus, who's Merida's horse. I love the animals. The Dalmatian pages are always fun to colour because you don't need to colour them. You only have to colour like the collars and that, and the rest of them are already done. It's just black and white. too glittery, Audrey. I actually pulled up a list on Google of the year, like by year of release of Disney films, obviously Snow White being the first one. And I tried to watch them in order. And I got about halfway through Snow White and I was like, this is torture. And I switched it off. I just could not watch it. I was like, oh. I'm a Disney Renaissance baby. So I'm like Aladdin, Lion King, Mulan. I was a 90s baby, so yeah, trying to watch was it 19, I can't remember the year Snow White come out off the top of my head, but oh my goodness, I was like, sorry, can't watch that. Well, I was born in the 80s, but when I say I'm a 90s baby, they're the ones I sort of watch the most. I think that's why I don't really like any of the princess ones, because apart from like Beauty and the Beast and Mulan and that, most of them, like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, they were all out before I was even born. (1937), yeah, see, I definitely wasn't about them. I definitely wasn't even thought of. My mum wasn't even thought of. My granddad would have been in the Navy around that time, I think. Okay, and we'll grab our apple green again. If you hear me keep sharpening, it's because I like a sharp point on my pencil. My pencil's not blunt, but it didn't have a point, and yeah, I like a point. I think I might use these pencils on this paper more often. soften that slightly. Is there any other harsh lines? Just blend them out a bit. I'm a 50s baby, so it was old when I saw it. So I'm going to leave this part here, and I'll do that off camera because you've seen me do all of this and all of this now. But what I am going to do is make a note of it in my book. Hi, Cara Marina. How are you? Thank you for joining. Just making sure I didn't have this in my book anywhere. I'm referring to my little book. Some are miniatures. So, no, we're on a new page. Okay. So I'm just going to write down 50 diminutive countryside scenes Artina. Oh, thank you, Camarina. So this is my book that when I'm working on a page, so I don't forget the colours that I was using, I just jot them all down. And yeah, there's quite a lot in here. So I'm just making a note of my pencils, so if I put them away, I'll know what I need to pull out again. So light sap green number 8. And R16 apple green. Who else can't write straight? Who else can't write like that? My teachers, oh my goodness, at school, the amount of times my teachers tried to get me to write straight, and I was like, I cannot do it. I always have to like have my book like this. Right, so this is apple green. And light sap green. Okay. And I'm not writing down the lime green because I haven't been using it. So now, what are we going to work on now? Let's have a look. Oh, you're the same, Sam. It's like, why do you want me to write straight? What's the problem with me having my book tilted anyway? Should we do some work on the house? Let's look for some colours to shade the house. So I like this caramel, and I like this one above it, yellow ochre. Sand cream is quite nice as well. I like this one as well, T108, but for some reason I haven't written a name down for that one. Do excuse me for a minute while I just... Okay, so the reason why I didn't write T108 down is because my pencil actually came with nothing on it. Just, I wrote this on here. But I do like that. I'm going to go for T108 as the darkest. Then yellow ochre as a mid-tone, which is 16. Oops, sorry, that noise. So that's number 16, and then 27 as our lightest, which is sand cream. Ah! Avalanche! Okay. You forgot how to write cursive anymore. I don't join my letters together, I just, I don't know, I just develop my own style, I guess. Our daughter is left-handed, so had to turn her books. Oh yeah. Do you put your pencils in a specific order or just how they come in the tin? When I did the swatch, I just did the swatch as they come in the tin, so they were already arranged like this, I think. Pretty sure that I just swatched them how they come in the tin. And when I put them back in the tin, if they're not in the place they were originally, I don't mind, as long as they're in there. Because I work from my swatch, as long as it's in the same sort of colour family, like somewhere in amongst the yellowy browns, then they can go anywhere. So I'm going to start with the T108, which we don't know the name of. And I'm going to go under like the roof here. And because this is like a really light colour that I'm working on, if it doesn't blend too greatly, I may use my burnisher just to smooth it out a bit. I got them from a Facebook group called Teresa Ivanor. Let me see if I can... Will it allow me to link groups? That is the question. I'll see if I can find it for you. Right, so if I copy and paste this link, hopefully it will take you to her group. And then when you go to the group, if you go to Files on the top board, there's a little search thing that says Search Files. So you just type in like whatever pencils it is you're wanting to find. And if the brand of pencils like these ones, if she doesn't have a swatch for this, she has a blank one, so I just printed that, and then I'll get the picture off of Amazon and I will eventually stick that in there. So yeah, I hope that link works for you. I have a problem with numbers. They have to be in order, so colours are all over the place. I need to get them in colour families, but don't know where to start with that. If it's a well-known make of pencils like the Brute Funels or something, Audrey, Teresa Ivanor actually does all the work for you. She puts them in their colour families. But if it's one like this that she hasn't done yet, then yeah, that's one you have to do yourself. But I just swatch them in the order they come out of the tin. But Teresa Ivanor's group's fantastic. The amount of work that lady puts in to swatch charts, and she just does it all for free. She doesn't charge for her charts. She buys all of the supplies herself. You know, she doesn't receive any money to be able to help to buy the goods. She just does it all herself. You're welcome. I would be lost without Teresa's charts, because the whole of my folder is all of her charts. And it's just so uniform, and it pleases my OCD. I use the Navigator paper, Audrey. Let me see if I can find you a link to it. You can get it in Wilkinson's in the UK. It's the 120 GSM, I think, Navigator. It's in a bright yellow pack. Of 8 half reams. I don't think you want 8. Oh, there we go. There it is. So it's really nice smooth paper that I use. So you get 250 sheets for £4.40. And in Wilkinson's it's usually around the same price, about £4. There you go, my lovely. I love that paper, especially for markers. It's not like the best paper for blending because it's not meant for that, but because it's smooth, I find blending works easier for me on that paper. Right, so we've done one section of our little house here with the darkest. Let's come in with the mid-tone, which is the yellow ochre. I'm going to go back over the dark to burnish that a bit. You're welcome, lovely. I've managed to convert quite a few people onto that paper, and when they go on it, they really like it. I think when I first got these pencils, I actually did a swatching video of them. Maybe I'll edit the description and link that video in there for anyone that wants to check out my swatch video. Do you not have Wilkinson's in Scotland? I just assumed like Wilkinson was a UK wide thing. Okay, and now sand cream. I keep wanting to say salad cream. Sand cream, and this is number 27. I'm just going to go over everything and burnish it all. So yeah, I've got my Derwent burnisher here somewhere. I'm going to pull that in a sec and see if it can get rid of some of the little white flecks. Of paper. I'm trying to figure out if these are oil based or wax based, because part of me thought they were oil based, but then I am getting a little bit of wax bloom with them, which is interesting. Oh, bless you, Sam. Yeah, there's quite a lot of videos around YouTube at the moment, aren't there? It is hard to keep up with people. Especially at the beginning of the month when the completed pages videos come out. It's my favourite time of the month. It's like, yay! That's my nighttime viewing sorted for the next week or so. So I don't think that's too bad. It's a bit of a difference from that, isn't it? Number OCD clothes pegs too. I have all one colour of peg. Couldn't use Mum's. Took me forever to peg a washout. Had to use the correct colour of peg for the same colour of garment. Oh, bless you, Audrey. Right, so this is my Derwent burnisher that was kindly gifted to me by Miss Lynn, my friend and mod. And this is hopefully to get rid of some of this white flecks in the paper. Just really grind it into the paper. Basically, it's destroying the rest of the tooth of the paper. So if I wanted to come back and layer on here, I probably would find it very difficult now. Now I'm getting rid of the tooth. But yeah, that has made it smoother, so that's good. Oh, me too, Sam. Like I said, it's my favourite time of the month. Let's grab that lightest shade again. I'm intrigued to see if I can layer on that now. No. The tooth is completely gone. I can't layer on it, look. There's nothing going down. Oh, there's a tiny bit going down, but no. It makes the paper feel like an ice rink. Okay, let's go on to the other half. Oh, they're not. Is it like that really shiny cardstocky paper, Audrey? So if you can hear me blowing away sometimes, you do get a little crumbling with these pencils, but it doesn't bother me. I don't know why it would bother anybody, but I know some people don't like it. Some people don't like to hear the blowing either, you know, when you blow the crumbs away. But it's better than just going whoosh, and then getting like smears of pencil all over your paper. Oh no, which pens are you using, Audrey? They're kind of going streaky, I would imagine, because of the cardstock. Who else is colouring whilst I'm live streaming? I know Audrey's colouring. Anyone else colouring anything nice? And if so, what are you colouring? So when I do my, sorry, I had to turn the page a bit there. When I do my alcohol base, for those of you that sort of wanting to do alcohol base and then shade on top, but you say you can't get it to work for you, try to imagine that the colour of, like, say for the house, that you want it to be when it's shaded. So if you want the house to be like a brown colour, you don't want to colour the house in a brown, because then if you shade, you've got to go for a really like dark black brown to be able to get any depth. So you need to try and go 2 or 3 shades lighter than what you want it to end up, and then it will hopefully go how you want it to, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Oh, that's lovely, Liz. We need to think of a hashtag for this, don't we? So we can share the pictures on Instagram. What should we call it? How about hashtag, let me write it in the chat here. Let's do it, hashtag A2C May 2022 or 22. How about that? So Addicted to Colouring May 22. And then the next one will be in June, so it'll be hashtag A2C June 22. Does that sound a good idea? Matchstick Mouse Summer, so cute, isn't it, B? I still need to do my body colour with K in that page, but I have popped it on my bed to do today. Hope to colour this one soon. Yay! Oh, I can't wait to see your pages. In that page? I meant in that book. Just heard me talking back in my ears and I'm like, I still need to do my body colour in that page. No, try that book, Zoe. Speak English, woman. Yay! Oh, I'm glad you like that. Okay, that's sorted then. So, hashtag A2C May 22. Definitely getting a little bit of wax bloom there. I don't think it actually says on the tin. It doesn't say anywhere what they're made of. I'll have to double check the it'll be just for this page, Audrey, for the body colour ones. So next month when we do our next body colour for June, we'll put it under hashtag A2C June 22. And it will be just whatever that page is for that month. But if you ever want to show me any of your other pages that you've done, please feel free just to tag me. So just do @addicted2colouring and tag me in it and I'll check it out. I try and be active on Instagram, but I'm not the best. So if I don't see it for a week or so, please do bear with me. I'm a lot more active on YouTube than I am Instagram. Usually if someone comments on my YouTube, I pretty much answer it as soon as I can, which is pretty instantly, I like to think. Any tips on colouring large areas like our water with the marker? It's not uniform when I try. So you have to try and be as quick as possible. And if you've got streakiness, if you use an alcohol marker, just go over it again. Sometimes I use the chisel tip because you can cover more space in less time. What else? What other advice can I give you? I mean, you can probably see I've got a tiny little streak there. I always try and do areas that look like they're sectioned off first. So like say this bit here, I would colour that part first because it's already sectioned I do struggle with larger areas and streaking too, so don't worry. But when we're shading over it, you hopefully won't see any of the streakiness anyway. Okay, burnisher. A lot of YouTubers I've seen don't need burnishers. I am not one of those. The way some people manage to get their pages looking so smooth is beyond me and my knowledge. So I'm just like, we'll rub a burnisher over it. It's all good. Okay, so that is our house shaded. Just gonna try with my lightest colour. Let's go for the mid-tone. No, the tooth is gone, so it doesn't matter. That's because I've got like a little light dot there and I just wanted to colour it in a bit darker, but it's all good. Oh gosh, I can't remember either, B. Most of the time I use the brush, but I cannot remember. I just literally try and colour it as quickly as I can to avoid streaking. And if you have to like stop, say I was colouring up to here, let's say, and I had to stop, I would then try and keep the edge wet while I'm working somewhere else. I'd come back and keep the edge wet, if that makes sense. Right, so those pencils can go back away. What should we work on next? We've got about half an hour. Should we do some of the water and put me through agony, because I absolutely hate colouring water. My pencils have gone skew-whiff because I turned the tin upside down. Do bear with me 1 second, guys. Right. They all need to come up the end. So I took the darkest one from the bottom here. Let's put that back in. This is why people use pencil cases, you see, because it prevents all this faffing. But can't be bothered to pay £20 for a pencil case. I would rather struggle for 10 minutes. I have the patience of a saint. It's only because I turned them upside down to look at the bottom of the tin that it happens, so it's not too bad. Okay, then these two can slot in here. Right, water. Wish me luck. Smooth that aside a minute. So I've gone for quite an aqua base here. Let's find, right, so we've got aqua colours here. I like this harbour blue, that's quite nice. Teal green is nice as a darker tone maybe. What do we think about these two colours so far? Do you think they're too greeny? Thanks, Audrey. Should we go more on the blue side of things? So we've got, like, down here we've got these kind of colours. Decisions. Curious about the water accents, what these, I would probably just go over those with a white Posca pen or a white jelly roll. But I hate colouring water. Absolutely despise it. The ones I've been drawn to the most are these two, and then like pull in maybe pool green up here. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we want 48 and 64. That's 64. That's 48. Oh, I think you missed what I'm using on this calendar, Papermate Ink Joy. I've never used those. Sorry about that, Audrey. T51. Okay. Right, let's do the easy bit first. Under the hedges it's going to be dark because they'll be casting a shadow. So I'm using the darkest shade, which is the teal green, number 43. I can't read chat and colour at the same time when I do colour and connect with Lily, no. You have to sort of colour a bit and then look up and catch up with chat, don't you? And then you look back down again. Right, I'm kind of going around these ripples in the water, as you can see. Just giving them a little definition, I guess, just to show that they're there. Use what I'm saying loosely because I cannot colour water to save my life. Nor do I want to practice learning to colour water. I have no desire to learn how to colour water. Maybe one day, just not right now. I used to prefer going into W.H. Smith's for my colouring books and supplies, but they reduced the stock. Yeah, they have recently been getting a little better again about stocking colouring books. I know the W.H. Smith's in Skegness is absolutely awful. They don't stock any colouring books. The only ones you can get are like Colouring Heaven magazine. So when you go in there and say, oh, can you point me to your colouring book selection? They either take you to the kids or they take you to the magazines and go, this is all we have, I'm afraid. And you're like, well, where's your adult colouring section? They're like, oh, we don't have any of those, I'm afraid. It's like, what? Why? It's quite a small store, I guess, so they can't stock everything, but at least offer a small variety. So with this duck, what I've done is sort of done a triangular shadow that the duck would be casting. I used Creative Haven books are the only ones I've been able to get. That's really interesting. I've never seen Creative Haven ones in there. I've seen Colouring Heaven, but I've never seen Creative Haven in W.H. Smith's. We're quite lucky in Swindon where I live. We've got a good selection of adult colouring books. We've also got the Works, which obviously we get our Kirby's from for £5, which annoys lots of people on YouTube that don't have a works. So you'll see quite a few people on YouTube that tell you to colour from light to dark. So you put your lightest colour down and build up the layers. For me, that has never worked. I've tried many times and I just find I can't colour as well if I do it that way. I always find it easier to put my shadows in first. And that's the way they teach, well, at least that's the way I was taught in art class. When I was painting, was always put your shadows in first and your highlights, and then work from that. They do. I like the works a lot. Not as much as Amazon, obviously. Amazon is my little baby. Right, let's work on this area that we've already sort of started basing some colour on. Harbour Blue was our mid-tone, so that is number 64. And again, I'm just going to pull that a bit further in. Am I off screen? No, I'm on screen. Yay, you have a works! You mean you don't have to drive like a 100-mile round trip to get to a works, Audrey? That's cause for celebration. Woohoo! So I don't know whether you can see, but I am colouring very lightly, just so I can, I'm not wanting to like destroy any tooth, because I'll probably have to put a couple of layers down to get it to how I want it to look. I'm liking my colour choice so far. It's not bad. No, just 18 miles round trip. Sometimes B&M have books too. Yeah, they have the Johanna Basford books, don't they? Our B&Ms and Home Bargains and that have the Johanna Basford books. I think I have pre-ordered Johanna's new book, but I will probably unless it like goes down to a really good price, I'll probably cancel the pre-order just before it comes out, because I'm not in any hurry to get it, and then I'll wait and see if B&M get it in, because they already have like Inky Wonderlands and her other newest drawing book in there. Right, so now I'm gonna come in with the lightest shade, which is Pool Green number TS1, I think that says. Do I need another lighter one than that? I might bring in T103 as well and do a 4-colour blend, because I'd quite like a lighter shade as well. So yes, water takes time. After doing three quarters of this page, I've come to the conclusion that these ink joys are ballpoint pens, not gel pens. Audrey. I'm afraid I can't give comment on them because I've never used them. They're probably very good pens. It's probably just the paper that they're trying to colour on that they're struggling with. You got your first set of markers from B&M, is that? Right, let me just grab in this tin. I'm going to pull out that T103. There it is. Oh, nice. Okay, so with this one, this is going to be my burnisher. Let's colour. I'm just going to lightly colour like the rest of it in first before I burnish anything, and just see how it looks. If I need to add any more depth in anywhere, then I can do. You're welcome, Kameliya. No worries. I just hope it's helping you guys. I just enjoy colouring, so if I can share any of my tips and tricks that I use with you, then all the better. Have a lovely day wherever you are, Kameliya. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so I'm putting slightly heavier pressure on now, just layering that first one up a little bit. Still not full on burnishing mode though. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go back to my darkest shade and start penciling in some more of the shadows around this part. So back to teal green. I really do hope WH Smiths restock their shops. I'm fed up with Amazon deliveries. Do you have Amazon Prime, Sam? Hi, Michael Colouring Fun. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much. I'll pan out. We're working on our body colour. I love getting Amazon deliveries. It's like, oh, it's Christmas again. I never get fed up with Amazon deliveries. The thing with Amazon as well is you can often get things cheaper than the high street, and although that's not doing the high street any good, it's better for our pockets because we can get more supplies and more books for less price. It's like if you go in WH Smith's, a Kirby book costs you £10–12, whereas Amazon and The Works do it for £5. So if you're prepared to spend like £12, then you can buy 2 or 3 more books. That's the way I look at it anyway. It's like, woohoo, more for me. Sorry, I'm off screen, aren't I? Loaded question. Which Kameliya book should I get? It would be my second. The first one was the Christmas one for the hashtag with Lily, which is completed. Oh, the advent calendar one, do you mean, Audrey? Oh, I get you, Sam. Maybe you could put on there to leave it with a neighbour or something, or a safe space. And that way you can just collect it whenever you're ready. Audrey, it depends what you're into, my lovely. I don't think you can go wrong with any of her books. I mean, this one's obviously lovely, but it's whether you'd want to colour different houses. There's seasons in here as well, so you could do Christmas ones, and not all houses is like beehives. So there's this one, and then you've got all of her miniatures, so whichever you feel like. I don't know, I'd hate to say and then you not like it. I don't like advising people what to buy. That's why I do the flip throughs on my channel. It's just like, here's the book, you make the decision if you want it or not. I'm not telling you to buy it, I'm just saying this is what it looks like. Obviously her newest one is adorable. I've not coloured in it yet because I only got it 2 days ago. If you want to see any of mine, Audrey, and the pages I've done in them, let me know and I'll happily show you on here. Like if there's any off the top of your head, you're like, oh, what about this one? Like the ocean, for example. I've got all of the miniatures, I believe. I haven't got like her warrior one, her fight, what is it, warrior, princess, and she does a unicorn one. Those aren't the miniatures, they're just like a different style. I'm not so keen on those ones, so I don't have any of those. I have most of her mandala books. You name them, lovely, and I'll tell you if I've got it or not. I've got jungle, safari, ocean, jungle, safari, ocean, romantic, Christmas, you name it. Kamelias are an insta buy for me. As soon as a new one comes out, it's like, right, that's mine. Yeah, Sam. And the good thing is with the miniatures, they're so affordable. They're like, I don't know, £3, £4, £5. Just makes it really affordable. to build up your collection. I'm off camera again, I apologise. I don't have my mod here to shout at me. Yes, she has lots, Audrey. If I do this, let me just position you. So we've got Diminutive Countryside Scenes, obviously. That's not a miniatures though. Let me go grab my stack. Whoosh. So we have Safari, Spring, Summer, Autumn, Winter, Easter. Halloween, Jungle, Ocean, Dream Catchers, but that's not a miniatures. Romantic. Don't think you want to look at Christmas ones, do you? Unless you like to colour out the season. Okay, so here's, apart from the Christmas ones, there's these ones, and then I have the new farmyard one. But like I said, I've not coloured in that yet. So any of these you want to have a look in. My only qualm with spring miniatures, the one we coloured in last month, so we did that one last month. I love this book, but the only problem I have with it, compared to the newer ones, is the lines. So if I get, say, Easter miniatures, you see how bolder the line work is? So we've got a lot bolder lines here, and I prefer that to this one. To me, some of the line work in this is too light. But I think that's mainly with the spring one. Where's the summer one? Summer's a little bit lighter. That's one I did in summer. That's another one I've done in here. Done some nice pages in this one. You really can't go wrong with any of them. It's another one. Easter, I think you've pretty much seen what I did in Easter last month. I did a couple in here. That one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had fun colouring that one. Romantic. Have I done any in here? Yep. So I have done this one. Some of these are not shaded, they're just like straight coloured. And I've done that one. Made all the strands and shiny. think that's... Oh, I've done that one as well. I hated how these flowers come out. So that was that one. Halloween. I think I did 1 or 2 in here. So we've got the cat. Like so. No, I don't colour out of season. And I've done the owl in here. The reason why I show you the Halloween is because like some of them are not so Halloweeny. Like you could colour any time, but some of them are. Like that's not really that Halloweeny. Jungle. I don't think I've coloured in Jungle at all yet. I really need to colour in this book. I meant to last month for the hashtag, but I didn't get around to it. No, I need to colour in that one. Autumn. Again, out of season a bit, but there are some non-autumny pages. You could colour that with green leaves instead of red. I think the one I've done the most in is Ocean, which is surprising considering I hate water, like colouring water. Have I done anything in autumn? Oh my goodness. Seriously, Zoe? Have you not coloured in this book? Okay, well I know what I'm colouring in autumn this year then. My bad. This is Ocean. I think most of the flip throughs for these books are on my channel as well, Audrey, should you want to look at flip throughs of them. So we've got my mice, and I made the shells sort of iridescent. That was with the Artina iridescent acrylic paints. We've got my dolphin. We've got glittery bubbles. Then we've got the otters, that was a buddy colour. I think there's just 2 and then the new one, Audrey. We need another month of Kameliya Angelkova, don't we? Then we've got the dogs. And the title page. So that is that one. And then Safari, I started last month, didn't I? I did 2 in here, I believe. The zebra, this one with the shiny paint, my glittery zebra. And then this one, which is my favourite. It's my favourite ever Kameliya page. So yeah, that is what I've done in the Kameliya books. So for me, I love the animal ones, but then nearly all of them are animals. So autumn, jungle I need to colour in. Halloween, romantic, Easter, spring, summer. Oh, thank you, Audrey. I'm just going to put those down there for now. Try and get this water done and then we'll hop off because I've gone over my time a little bit. Oh, my chair. Eesh. Okay, Paul Green. How are you guys for time? Are you okay? If I just finish this bit of water, or do you want me to head off? No, it's not your fault at all, hun. I didn't have to show you my books. I chose to show you my books. No, 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 no. It's not your fault at all. The only reason I sort of try and stick to a 2-hour time slot is more because I don't want to like tread on other people's toes that want to live stream. I mean, I know it should be like a free-for-all, but believe it or not, there is a schedule that some of the bigger YouTubers like to stick to. So if I can do my little bit by sort of just sticking to my slot, so to speak, then yeah. Everything is ready for tea, just have to switch things on. I got swatching on the brain. Switch things on and cook. Are you having eggs by any chance? I've added that book to my Amazon list as my birthday is coming up this weekend. Oh, happy birthday for this weekend. I think I'll have to have a treat. Haven't had a book in a few. Lovely colouring. Thank you. Does Kameliya do 100 of her all-time best colouring pages or books? Not that I know of, no. I know she's got books that are like 100 mandalas. But no, she hasn't done like a best of book yet. Maybe that's something we could pitch to her. This is my lightest colour. I'm colouring all of this in and I'm not sure if I'm using the right colour. Oh, that's what come up, the egg. Which one was it you were thinking of getting, Michael? Is it the one I'm colouring in now? Or one of the other ones? Yeah, it would be a good thing for her to do, I think, Sam, to give people sort of a taste of everything that she does. I know people like Colouring Book Cafe and Jade Summer and that do those kind of books, don't they? Kameliya is definitely my weak spot though, because she does such cute little animals, and that's like proper my weak spot when it comes to colouring. Cute little animals. Oven roasted salmon with a drizzle of sweet chilli sauce, mixed veg, tatties for hubby, noodles for me. Sounds lovely. Oh, this one, the Diminutive Countryside Scenes. Awesome. If you colour some pictures in it, if you get it, you'll have to tag me on Instagram. So I'm doing my hubby chicken korma from scratch, obviously. And I don't know what I'm having, because last week I had an IBS attack, which was no fun, let me tell you. So I'm back on the cautious side of onions and garlic and things now, because I can't have them, basically. I'm not really that hungry at the moment. Probably just have a piece of toast or beans on toast or something really easy. Right, so now we've coloured all the water in, I'm just going to go ahead and go in slightly harder. But yeah, would definitely recommend these pencils on this paper. This picture has been a pleasure to colour today with these Artinas. And then I will finish burnishing that off camera, I think. Yes, I know, Audrey, it's a pain in the butt. It is a huge, literal pain in the butt. Basically, my diet mainly consists of chicken and rice and vegetables. But even the vegetables I have to be careful with, because if I have too much fibre, it causes problems. If I have anything spicy, it causes problems. If I have onions and garlic. Oh, is it chucking it down? I can't really tell you what it's like here because I've got my curtains closed. Because in the hot weather, I kind of live like the French do. When I lived in France, they taught you to close the curtains, shut the windows during the day, and only open them sort of first thing in the morning to let air in, last thing at night, and keep them closed for the rest of the day, or you're just letting the hot weather in. And because it's so like muggy, like sticky heat here at the minute, I've been doing that. Keep the sun out. Try and keep my room as cool as possible. So how do we think the water turned out? It could be better, but it could be worse. Oh, take care, Michael. Thank you so much for joining. Exactly, Audrey. Everything that gives food flavour is what I can't have. Exactly. I can't have eggs. I can't have any dairy, so I can't have milk, cheese, cream, ice cream, custard. Can't have any of that. I have to have vegan dairy alternatives, so I have to have like oat milk, soy milk, vegan ice creams, vegan cream. So the fact that they do veganuary now is actually a godsend to me, because it means they're introducing new foods that I can actually eat. It is getting better, but it's still a pain sometimes. Oh, thank you, Audrey. The 4-in-1 books I would like too. Yeah, she doesn't do any of those either, does she? Right, my lovelies. Shall we leave it there? I will finish burnishing that with my burnisher off camera. Shall we put the water marks in? So this is the Jelly Roll White in 10, 1, whatever the thickness is. It's the broad nib, basically. I don't like the other ones so much. So the next time that you will see this will hopefully be in my completed pages video. Oh, you're welcome, Sam. Thank you for yours. It's been lovely having you here. Strangely, I've had an upset tummy this past couple of weeks. You made me think about what I've been adding to my cooking. Uh-oh. Do you suffer with IBS as well, Audrey? You see how those white water ripples just sort of make it pop a bit? Oh, you don't need to be shy with us. We're all friendly here. I always want my streams to be like open and friendly and make it feel like anyone can chat. I know some people prefer to lurk, which is absolutely fine as well. But it's lovely when people come and chat with me. My evening this evening is going to comprise of watching the Johnny Depp trial and catching up on it. Oh, thank you, Bee. I quite like the colour. I'm not sure of the shading, but it is what it is. I'm definitely by no means an expert on colouring water. I'm not an expert on colouring anything, really. I wing it and hope for the best. Okay, so I'll finish doing those lines off camera because you can kind of see how it's going to turn out. Oh, the jelly rolls are lovely, and I like the Pentel Hybrid too. So yeah, thank you to everyone for joining me. I'm sorry that we sort of went half an hour later, but it is what it is. And like I said, hopefully you will see this in my completed pages video for May, and hopefully with a background up here of some kind, we'll see. But thank you to everyone for coming in and chatting with me. Thank you to the lurkers. And I will see you on Friday, hopefully at 2 PM for Freedom Friday. Until then, take care everyone, have a lovely rest of your day or evening, and I will speak to you later. Take care for now. Bye bye. Oh, thank you, Audrey. Bye.